salvation is not man giving his life to Christ. Rather, it is Christ giving his life for us. This is a very important concept you need to understand about salvation. Salvation is not man giving his life to Christ, but rather it is Christ giving his life for man. I gave my life to Christ on 24th November. Question: did you have a life? Because you were dead in sin and trespasses, according to Ephesians 1:2, the verse 1. You were dead in sins and trespasses. So which life did you give to him? Listen, you can only give your life to Christ when you are alive in Christ. Look at the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 8, the verse 5. Only Christians can give their life to Christ. No sinner can give his life to Christ. Check it. Because the life you give to Christ is the life he gave you. You can only give your life to Christ when you are born again. So giving your life to Christ is after salvation, not for salvation. Look, he says, and this they did, not as we hoped, but first gave what? Their own lives to the Lord. So you did not give your life to Christ. Christ gave his life to you. Now look at Galatians chapter 2, the verse 20. All right, let's quickly go to 2 Corinthians chapter 5, the verse 15. Come to the verse 14 first. Look at the verse. Now he says, for the love of Christ constrained us, because we judge thus, that if one died for all, then what? All were dead. Next verse. He says, and that he died for how many? For all, that they which should live, now that they are alive in Christ, should not henceforth live unto themselves, but live unto him. So this is the process of giving your life to Christ. It is when you receive the life of Christ that you can give that life he gave you back to him in service. In Galatians 2:20, now look at that. This is very interesting. Galatians 2:20. He says, for I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live. So you don't even live. You didn't have life. You don't live. So you can't give your life to Christ in salvation. You don't live. Yet not I, but Christ liveth in me, and the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and did what? Gave himself for me. This is very interesting. This is not supposed to be deep. This is not a deep message. This is basic. This is basic Christianity.